I was good, YouTube. Welcome back to another freaking reaction video. Y'all can already see who we got on the screen, man. The most masculine man that I know. The GOAT himself, millionaire, trillionaire, whatever the hell you want to call him. Andrew Tate III Jr. No cap. Alright, so in this video we got the final Andrew Tate's final message. And yes, I did watch 20 minutes of it without you niggas, and I was not about to fake a reaction and restart it, so yeah, y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, bro. And like I said, make sure y'all go see the main channel video for what I had to say to Tate about the freaking the message that I had to send to Andrew Tate, you know. Hey, make sure I go run that up so he can see it and shit like that. But yeah, let's see how it straight to reaction.
Amazing things.
I can sing a little bit,
Since I've become the
y'all.
most famous man on the planet, I have never once had a negative experience in real life. Everybody who meets me is very respectful. A fan, we take pictures, we shake hands. Nobody has screamed at me in public. Nobody's come up to me and called me names in public. Nobody said I'm wrong. I've been to over 20 countries. I've never had a single negative in-person experience ever. So the people love me. At the same time, the media is saying I'm hated. It's a very strange disconnect that I've been experiencing. And a lot of that has been purported and accelerated by the fact that people are trying to gain views on their own channels, separate to me, nothing to do with me.
True.
By accelerating lies. It's also
That is facts.
an interesting case study into internet mass hysteria, right? If 50 videos come out saying Tate's a bad guy, it takes a lot of bravery for someone to come out and say Tate's not a bad guy. Despite the evidence, I can show evidence to the contrary of these negative narratives for the end of time. But if somebody can see, if a YouTube creator or a content creator can see, if you make a negative video about Tate, you get a bunch of clicks, and everyone else did it, well then I may as well do it.
Facts.
They don't sit there and go, what about Andrew? What about the truth?
That's true.
What about the effect on his life? What about the effect on his experience of the world? That doesn't come into consideration. What comes into consideration is, everyone else did this and got a bunch of views. I want a bunch of views. And even though...
And it's crazy because my video is like defending his point, like in my last video, like my freaking points that, like the points he be making as I'm defending them, no, it don't get clicks like the people that be saying that he misogynistic, he's sexist. But if I was to be like Andrew Tate, Hudson University a scam, lying my tail off, the affiliate program the only way to just pop and I'm not learning nothing, I get views like crazy, bro. But I don't do that. That's not me.
What they're saying is false. Even though some of...
Cause I'm gonna get famous without doing all that dumbass YouTuber cringe, lame trending shit. Nigga, I'm gonna do me.
them know it's false. Some of them may not, but the ones who are well researched know it's a lie.
I guess a lot of them don't really care about the fact that they hating. They try to put another man down, to hate on another man downfall. They don't see it like that though. They see it as views, shit like that. They don't really care if he get banned or not. Like yeah, that is kind of selfish. I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna stop pausing too. I'm gonna just start muting it because this video long as shit.
It's very, very tempting for them to sit there and do it anyway, because there's no repercussion.
That's just
There's
YouTubers.
no
That's how they
downside.
is, bro.
All that's going to happen is they're going to get a bunch of clicks, a bunch of views, a bunch of comments,
Yep.
a lot of people defending me because they know it's not true, a lot of people agreeing with them who are less researched. They're going to completely benefit, and the only person who's going to suffer is me. And because I have an iron mind and I wasn't emotionally affected by this, and I understood the nature of the internet, I didn't try to combat it too hard. I didn't know exactly what I should do, because I had already told the truth on repeat many, many, many times.
True.
Nobody would acknowledge it. They would just ignore it because it got more clicks to purport the lies.
Like I said inside the last video, bro, if y'all didn't go see that, make sure I go show some love to that, bro. But basically, they'll nitpick and choose the things that they heard. And by the way, Tate and them, they've been doing YouTube for 6 years plus. But the internet, they'll nitpick and choose the negative things that they want to take out of it, switch the words around, all that extra shit. And like change the joke around. Say if he was to crack a joke about women or something like that, they'll change the joke around and like clip it out and make it seem like he's just saying that, oh, women some whatever.
No stigma on women.
Men's mental health come forward.
As I said, women talk to each other. There's no stigma on women. They sit around and have a cup of tea and have a jangle.
True that.
Men don't, lad. Men feel like, oh, I can't go and say that to him because he'll think I'm a little mushroom. You know what I mean? That's what men think. But as I said in the cage,
This nigga sound like a bitch. Who is he?
My friend come to me and speak to me and cry on my shoulder, and me have to cry when I'm carrying his coffin a week later.
I just wanted to show the world that if mental health could bring somebody as big as me and as strong as me and, you know, the stereotype heavyweight champion of the world to my knees, then it could bring anybody to the knees.
And bust it to my knees. To my knees.
Everyone tries to talk about it. And everyone says, men, you should talk more, talk to us. I try and encourage men to be strong. I say, listen, if you're depressed, you need to get in the gym. A strong body is a strong mind.
Bro, I swear to peaches.
By using my lifestyle, which is an aspiration.
That is facts, bro. Say if I was to be sad or something, I do my what? I do 200 push-ups a day. I just start hitting my push-ups, bro. Boom, I swear to peaches. I'm hitting them like it's nothing, bro. I swear it's the best feeling ever.
And men are encouraged to talk and open up. But when I talk and open up and get massive influence and start helping people, they're going to silence me. I've been nothing but a net positive for the world. That's truly how I view myself. And that's absolutely and utterly the truth. However, I am very understanding of a changing social media landscape. And I'm also very, very understanding of my fame changing. And by extension, I have some responsibility to bear. I am a man who believes that he is responsible for everything. I think as a man, you should take complete responsibility for your entire reality. It doesn't matter if I'm struck by lightning. That is my fault. That's who I am as an individual, and it's been one of my keys to success, to never blame luck, never blame anybody else, to only blame myself. So despite everything I've just said, I still blame myself. And because my rise has been so meteoric, because I've become so famous so quickly, and because I've been producing content for so long, even though I take absolute responsibility, I'm in a difficult scenario where videos that were made 5 or 6 years ago in long form are now being cut into 5 seconds.
Yeah, like I said, they're nitpicking on what they want.
Combined with my new line fame. I can't stop that happening. But I also understand I have a degree of responsibility, right? Because I'm the most influential person on the planet. So my responsibility is to make sure that any kind of negative connotations in my messaging are removed. I want to stick to my message. I don't want to backtrack. I still want to champion men's issues. I still want to champion physical and mental strength. I still want to champion the protection of women. I still want to do that. However, I must be ultra aware of how I do that because it would be unprofessional of me as a man to sit and say that my messaging does not have to change in line with my fame. The way you can say things in a video that gets 500 views is very different than the way you can say things in a video that gets 500 million views or 50 million views. You have to change your messaging. The more people you reach, the more important it is that people do not take your things out of context, right? If 0.1% of people misunderstand you on a 500-person video.
So what I'm getting from this is that he basically saying that it's his fault, that he should have learned more about the internet before. Like, I mean, not learn. I mean, in my opinion, you really can't, bro. That's 6 years worth of videos and shit. Bro, the internet was definitely different back then, bro. It's not the same. That's when you niggas on Facebook and shit. You old ass niggas.
And interesting insights. I think the reason people follow me is because I have a very firm understanding of the English language, a very good grasp of the way to construct sentences,
Tate look like a mouse.
Motivating, how to be compelling. And I do that on purpose. But it's also very difficult for me, regardless of my intellect, to now sit at a podcast, be interesting, be exciting, give a compendious and concise answer.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
At the same time,
I feel like if he was to get unbanned, right? Say if he was to go back to social media, make his own YouTube account, all that extra, now that he understand the media, and he be like this tape, I feel like it's not gonna pull no views. Cause the media only like negative shit, and I know that he's fine with accepting that, but at the end of the day, his point, I believe, is to get to men. Help them be mentally and physically strong, bro. Bring back masculinity.
Because that's what I mean. How can I be a professional, take responsibility for my level of fame, to make sure that nothing can be taken out of context, but still tell my truth and still answer the questions, but construct my sentences in a way where they can't be misrepresented at all. And it's hard, because I think any content creator who was suffering from what I've suffered from, if any content creator got as large as I was, and there was as many people cutting up their videos as they were mine, and those people had a negative agenda, we could make Mickey Mouse look evil. You could make anyone look bad.
True.
I'm not saying I haven't given them ammo. Of course, there's been the odd clip that
Man, they already ruined my childhood and shit, man. I didn't hear Patrick Gay and SpongeBob. I didn't heard that a lot of Disney Channel shows was fake. I heard Caillou had cancer, bro. They already done that shit, man.
100,000
I heard buku dumb shit.
Support. All the media channels want to talk to me. And I'm sitting here thinking, I need to make sure I'm not misunderstood. And I have to
a lot of people
be
is
careful about how
misunderstanding
I
now.
do that while not backing down on my messaging.
True.
While still
Yeah, that's just what I
championing
said.
my champion, still believing in myself.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Making sure I'm not misunderstood. And although I think on the internet I am one of the most respected oratists that exist, I now need to once again improve myself and improve my skills and prevent anybody
This nigga really like a
from
mouse.
taking me out of context. I might have to
Dude, what that nigga,
form a new way.
Hey, what's
for
Aiden Ross,
sentences to be
little
constructed.
friend name on
That's
Twitch, that
what it
nigga with the
takes.
glass, that little
That's
nerd
what
nigga
I
named
need.
Moo or Woo or
Great
something like
influence
that.
comes
That
absolutely
nigga
not
said
with
this
great
egghead, bald head
and I do
bitch.
understand that. I will blame myself for the fact that people have managed to do this to me, regardless of the fact that I did not want it to happen. So let me give a quick example of this. Before I continue, I want to say that I often speak to the absolute beauty of women. I have a very healthy relationship with my mother. I have women around me who truly and utterly love me.
Oh, that's
I have
his
very
sisters.
healthy relationships with females.
W family.
I have no criminal charges for crimes against females. Nobody has come forward and accused me of sexual
He said his sister a
misconduct.
lawyer.
Please understand, we'll go into the Romanian house raid shortly. But most people in my position of fame have had women come forward and say he raped me. I'm the most famous man on the planet. There's not a single female whose face you can name or whose face you can picture that's come forward and said I've raped her. Not a single female has come forward saying
Hey, Peeweereacts, be careful with the
Not
words.
one.
Skip
There's
like
a
10
video
seconds.
from 10 years ago that showed me in a sexual act with one of my ex-girlfriends.
I wanted to react to this on Twitch.
I didn't say the word listen. Did I say listen?
Hello everyone, I just wanted to say something about the video.
Oh, I remember this.
Recently about me and my ex-boyfriend Andrew Tate. Andrew is my still great friend.
Damn,
What
she
you guys
pretty as
saw in the
shit.
Video. It's just what we used to do. It was just pure game. He's a great guy. He would never hurt anyone
That's true.
unless he's fighting.
All the females say that too. If y'all didn't see the last video of old girl saying the truth about Andrew Tate, and she wasn't even dating him, like how much of a gentleman he is, and that's the way that they sexually play it. Like girls, she find that sexy that he's whoop her, and she called him a pussy because he didn't whoop her harder. If y'all didn't see the full clip, but they nitpick and cut out the pieces that they want to hear. They only clipped him whipping her with a belt part, but she called him a pussy for not hitting him harder, and that's the way that they sexually, bro. That's not nobody's business though. This shit.
No women are accusing me of misconduct. I champion
fucking
women
idiot.
all the time. I say about how they should be protected, how beautiful they are.
Yeah,
how
I
much
agree.
I love my grandmother because of the amount of children she had.
My grandmother had 9 children because there was my father and 8.
Bro,
They all had a bunch of kids. Blah,
well,
blah,
my
blah.
great grandma,
I stood there.
she had like 13 kids.
And there was a room, a whole room full with maybe 70 people that came from that one woman. Isn't that remarkable?
Yeah, I
That
swear them old
nobody
people be
cared
having
about her
sex like
career.
crazy back
Nobody
then.
asked what job she did. Nobody asked how many times she went to the club. Nobody asked if she had time to go to festivals. No. You had 70 sentient beings, including myself, full of life from one woman who dedicated herself to being a mother and
True.
and a good wife. That is beautiful.
I talk about how women are unique and special and they can do things that men can't do. And
True.
still these clips are taken out of context.
Yeah, they don't hit a full thing.
give you an example.
Yeah, they don't get the full
I
message.
absolutely utterly love women. I have nothing against women. I believe women are the most precious things on the planet. They create life. They should be protected. They should be provided for. I would never let a woman pay for a bill. I would never let.
I'm
a
the
woman,
same way.
If someone touched any of my women, I would stand up against 10 men by myself and risk my life to
I'm the
protect
same
her.
way.
I believe that women are beautiful creatures.
And most men
I
are
just
like
don't
that.
think that
I
they're as
swear.
emotionally calm as men in stressful situations. I don't think they can fight like a man can. And for the same reason, I would never drop my children in an all-male nursery. I think that's strange and weird. I would only drop them in an all-female nursery. Women do certain things and men do certain things.
That's fact. They only hear the parts that they
Now-
want to hear though.
I believe everything I said. I believe in protecting women. I believe in championing women. I believe in making sure that women are provided for. However, that video was made when I was far less famous. In light of the things I just said to you earlier in this video, I understand that now, as my fame grows, even though to me my message is very clear, A man has certain roles in society, a woman has certain roles in society.
Yeah.
When we work as a team, when we love each other, society is better as a whole.
Hell
I think that
yeah.
these views are not very controversial at all. I think they were mainstream only a few years ago. I don't think that they're controversial. Most of the people I meet in the world don't think they're controversial. The women I hang around with don't think they're controversial. Nobody on the street I've ever met thinks they're controversial. Everybody agrees with me. However, the way I'm saying it, the way I'm getting the message across, because I'm trying to be as energetic as possible, I understand that a small, tiny percentage of people might misunderstand me. And that didn't matter when I didn't have any views. I didn't have any followers. But now I'm the most famous man in the world. I have to be a lot more careful with how I say it. But what's really worrying is this. That clip, I would like to think, even my biggest haters can agree, is a clip that is positive about women as a whole. Perhaps you may not like my tonality or the way I structured certain sentences, but as a whole,
Yeah, that's for
I'm saying
exaggeration for
positive things
content,
about
bro.
women. At
I mean, that's for
one point
marketing.
during that speech,
To get
I said
views.
women do certain things and men do certain things.
But nobody got
That
the message
clip
for some reason.
has been taken. That cut of my language, men do certain things, women do certain things. Somebody, I have no idea who, has made a TikTok
Some
where it
fucking
says
nerd.
men do certain things, and it shows videos of me driving around in cars, spending money, and women do certain things, and it shows women cleaning.
Women do certain things and men do certain things.
Wow, that's crazy.
Somebody off their own back, somebody else has made that video.
That's
I didn't
crazy.
tell them to. I don't know who they are. I don't know what their account is.
I mean, I already knew you.
Viral on the internet somewhere.
Why the hell?
And now I look like I'm saying women should only clean and men should only run around with cars and women and money. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. I said that women should be protected and provided for. But because a small clip was taken out of context and used against me and weaponized, now I look like I've said things I did not say. And no matter how positive my message about women, if the intention is to try and make me look bad, even with a clip like that, they found a way to make me look bad. That's the scary thing. That's why I've titled this video My Final Message, because I don't know, even with my entire brain, I don't know with all of my genius intellect, if I can find a way for nothing to be used against me. It's extremely...
I know I'm gonna have to adjust to being famous in a few too. It's a lot of things that you gotta freaking learn and accept mentally as a content creator. And it's shit like this. Niggas would just flip clips around and get you canceled. Andrew Tate possibly couldn't be canceled, but somebody like, say, me, probably finna hit 100K subscribers in like a year or two. It's definitely gonna be
mad at Instagram.
trying to
I'm a
cancel me for no
professional, and as a
reason.
professional, I'm not an emotional person. I do not do emotional responses. Although I believe it's unfair, although I believe I've been unfairly vilified, although I believe it's not the right thing to do because it doesn't allow me to shift the public consciousness in a constructive manner, although I think it would have been better for me to say, Andrew, certain things are being taken out of context. You need to be careful that doesn't happen. A lot of people listen to you. And I could have become a champion for women's rights. I am not emotional. I understand why they did it. Because that's a perfect example of how people are desperate
they did it for
to try and make
content
the things I say look
and
worse
money.
than they are. And using social media platforms to purport negative views of women. And it doesn't matter if it's a negative view of a woman, negative view of men, negative view of a
I like that fat
sexuality. It
ass
doesn't
nigga
matter what
named
it is.
Ethan.
It
Nigga
should be
named
stopped.
Ethan.
I agree with you.
Ethan is
And
crazy.
Instagram or Meta have a responsibility to show that they are listening to the public. They want to show that they are listening. I have some good people on the case and dialogue with Instagram I would like to open, and we'll proceed as God sees fit. If God believes that I do not need an Instagram page, then I will not have one. If God believes that I do, then I shall. This is not just about Instagram. This is just me saying to Instagram that I totally understand. I just wanted to make it clear that I didn't want these things to be said. That clip of the cleaning and me being taken out of context has no benefit for me. Everyone dislikes me on the internet. Certain people watch it and know it's not true. The ones who've watched
they just do it.
that stuff of my videos, and
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
fans of mine, fine. So certain people remain neutral because they know it's false. But people who don't then dislike me. My family gets death threats. I get death.
If I was a dickhead that didn't, oh shit, I forgot to pause. If I was a dickhead that really didn't care about shit and only did this shit for content and clout, bro, I'd do so much. Yeah, I would be famous right now, but I don't want to blow up in the way everybody else blow up. I want to blow up being me, if that makes sense, bro. Like, I want to blow up up with the way I want to blow up, not the way of saying negative shit about somebody, gossiping, drama, all that fake shit just to get views, acting gay, acting special ed like what Speed be doing for views and shit, bro. That's easy to go viral. I could easily sit here and act fucking special ed or some shit, bro, for views of rage and breaking shit for views, bro. I don't want to go out like that, you dig?
Has to address that goes beyond me. And if I've had to
I can easily bring somebody down easily for content. It's not that hard.
Conversation, which is going to be a net benefit for the world as a whole.
But for one, I respect myself.
I'm happy if people
and I respect other people, so
it's
it's
now
like,
happening to other people. We have to change the way we review censorship, banning, content creation, content proportion, all these things. That's fine if that's the life path which has been chosen for me. I just want to make it clear that I don't like when that happens. I don't want that to happen myself because I don't gain anything from that. On Instagram, absolutely no rules were broken. My captions were just poetry that I wrote. My pictures were just lifestyle. Car, house, boat. I never broke any rules on Instagram.
Damn, so he just got banned for just being Tate.
Wrong on Instagram. The only rule infringements on Instagram were my comment section, where hate mobs inspired by these videos that we've been discussing, these videos which were deliberately taken out of context and deliberately fictional, hate mobs were inspired at the end of YouTube videos to go to my Instagram and insult me. So the only infringements you would find on Instagram is in my comment section, where thousands of people who were sent by random YouTubers who don't like me would come, threaten to kill me, mock my dead father, threaten to kill my brother, threaten to kill my family, threaten to find me.
But nobody don't hear that.
These were the only rule infringements on Instagram. Things written against me by other YouTubers, telling them to go and do it, while all I wrote is poetry. And on repeat, multiple times I said on my stories, if you're going to defend me, do it respectfully. Even if people hate me, even if they're insulting me, don't insult them back. Hate doesn't beat hate. It just creates a brick wall. If somebody says they hate me, explain to them calmly that they don't understand the context. Show them a longer format video. Show them how I stick up for marginalized people. Explain I'm a person of color and I've been marginalized in my childhood. Show them how I had a gay friend when I was a kid. Show them how I stick up for women. Don't just reply saying you're stupid, you don't know the truth. Don't fight hate with hate. I was encouraging all of my followers, all of my fans to be respectful people, even when sticking up. Once again, trying to turn negativity into positivity via social media. My Instagram had no infringements. That was the only anti-policy things on the page, things targeted against me. And I didn't really complain to Instagram because I wasn't taught as a person to go complaining to authority. I thought, this is the internet.
Yeah, he said that
just ignore it. Don't worry about it.
He said that in the first 20 minutes.
The truth of your heart and your character will come through. Soon people will see the light and they'll change, because that's the way the world is. People often flip-flop on issues. This is how things happen. The redemption arc is going to be beautiful. I really, truly believe that within a few years, people are going to understand that I'm a force for good in the world. And often, people say, well, don't have Tate as a male role model. There's better ones. Where are they?
They ain't got none. They don't have none.
Because to inspire the youth,
what,
men,
young boy?
you need to be aspirational.
You
have to look at
the hell out of here. There's not no role models.
And there's no other male role models that have had the tenacity or the aggressiveness to have such a fantastic life as I have.
I agree.
They're going to listen to me. They listen to me because of my authority, and my authority comes from my life experiences. If my mentality is so wrong, how have I managed to amass enormous wealth?
Nigga said
How have I managed to amass huge social
war
spaces?
music.
How have I managed to physically dominate the planet? I've done things that men respect and they look up to me. So that's why I can lead them. And I understand my messaging should change in light of the fact that I can be taken out of context. But me being alive on the internet will allow me to lead men in a very positive direction. Banning me and deleting me leaves a black hole where they say there'll be another masculine leader. But the men don't listen. The youth of today won't listen to anybody else. That's the reason I'm the most famous man on the planet, because none of these other people have the authority to affect them like I do. It's me or nobody. And I truly believe that me, with reformed messaging, now understanding of my newfound fame, is so much better for the world than nobody. Because nobody just leads to black holes of who knows what, and it can't be controlled. And that's where the internet is truly dangerous. Speaking of Instagram, I was understanding in recent weeks of how these negative fictional stories of me were gaining traction. And I wanted to try very, very hard to counter them. I put a post on Instagram, which you can see here, where I explained that the things I said.
I've seen that on 80 stream.
And just because I champion men's rights does not mean I dislike women. I think that men are underrepresented in the world today.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to say, bro.
Men need to speak up.
How the hell can you get mad at this man for basically, like, making, like, talking to mostly men? He's a man, nigga. Like, what you want him to talk more about females? How can a man teach a girl how to become a woman? What the fuck? That make no sense. How can a man teach a woman how to become a woman? What the fuck?
Against domestic violence, and I'm also going to donate money to a charity that supports men's mental health. Just because I support men doesn't mean I hate women. I love
exactly,
people.
bro.
I'm a person full of love, and I want people as a whole to elevate.
But how the hell do
not just
bro? The internet weird, please, bro.
I promised $1 to each charity for every like. That's $2 per like total, $1 to each charity. At the time of my banning, I had 550,000 likes or something like that, I believe. And if I hear from Instagram, what I would like them to do is to clarify the final likes amount on that post so that I can stick to my word, because that's what I am. I'm a man of my word. I was not doing it purely just to post the receipt on social media. I was doing it because I genuinely believe it's a good thing.
Hey, but I heard that they, I know y'all are, I know a lot of y'all don't watch, I'll just tongue roll the shit out of myself. I know a lot of y'all don't watch his videos, but him and Tristan, they always gift the charities and shit during Christmas and shit. And not just Christmas, like during all types of events and shit, they always gift in the charities.
By my donation.
So that's one thing you're not capping about.
Because I said I was going to do that, and I'm a man of my word.
Well, people probably know about it, but they
What's
only
interesting to me
pick
is
the
when I put that
negatives,
post up,
choose
if
the
anybody
negatives.
else had promised to do that, there'd be massive positive attention. But everybody ignored it. Nobody in the media wanted to post about it. None of the YouTubers wanted to talk about it.
Facts.
Nobody wanted to talk about it because it doesn't get clicks. You only get clicks for hating me. You don't get
Negative
clicks
shit.
for telling the truth.
It's not just hating you, it's negative shit, gang.
Telling the truth. Everybody ignored my charitable donations.
And that's just the way it is.
It's
It's sad.
$3 million to charity. I'd like to think there'd be some sort of headline. But if I want to do it, nobody cares. And that's very, very unfair. What's
I
also
agree.
unfair is the people who say that they care about women and they're worried about misogyny and using this to attack me and try and have me deleted from the internet, they don't donate any money to charity. They don't help women. They don't want to do anything but spread hate.
I like
right
this,
now, they hate Andrew Tate.
yeah, I like this
When
fat
I'm
ass
gone,
right here.
They'll hate someone else. They'll find someone
Hold on,
else.
let's see what.
Go into, insult,
Let's see what fat boy.
threaten their lives,
He got the worst
insult their
podcast on
parents.
YouTube.
Hate.
Pretty sure everybody
They're
know
not
that. Look
gonna
at fat
do it.
ass. Look at him. Look at him
They're
doing
not
it for the
gonna
views. Look at him.
They're just going to sit there and hate
Look
me
how
until I'm gone.
boring his
And then hate
podcast
someone
is.
else.
Welcome to the school.
This is a hate
Copyright of
mob.
hell.
Kia,
And
we
they're
need
pretending that they care about women. They don't care about anybody. They're just
What is
hateful.
up? What's up? What's up? It's Friday.
I can't.
That's an ugly ass nigga, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bug. That nigga eat the ugliest
Their
shit.
fingers on the pulse.
Old
of the
ass
national
man.
opinions. I understand that.
That hate on
But once we have
people is
confirmed
crazy.
that
You too
national
old for that
opinion is
shit.
misunderstood, then we have to sit there and go, do we want to bow to hate mobs, which are accelerating and encouraging people to become more hateful for views and to get people banned via hate? When these people may be actually doing good things to the real issue as a whole, is this a good idea for us to now bow and bend to these people? And this is a really interesting conversation which can be had.
It's a big ass screen in the background.
Internet, about society, about sociology, about psychology, about so many things. This expands in so many different directions. It's actually very, very interesting. It's an interesting conversation to have because we're living in an unprecedented time of humanity where the world is so connected and we're all kind of unprepared for it, right? It's very, very interesting. I find it super interesting. It's something I've been talking about internally and I would love to talk about more in person. And when I decide to finally come back to public consciousness and do podcasts and that kind of thing, it's something we will be talking about because it's a very, very interesting subject. I'm teaching that it takes tenacity and toughness
To become
to
a man.
become a credible man of merit and value.
Agreeable.
I think even my hardcore detractors would agree with me. If you're in trouble and you call the police,
You
you
a
want a
bitch.
tenacious, tough man to appear to help you.
Nah, you a bitch if you
protect
call a cop. You a
There's nothing wrong
bitch.
with
If you call a
tenacious,
cop, you a
tenacious,
bitch. You a
tough.
bitch.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with strength, mental and physical. These things are used to protect people, protect men and women. This is a protective state. You can't protect anything if you're not strong. Strength is a beautiful thing. The world is built on the backs of strong men, and I'm trying to teach men to be strong again because it makes the men feel happier inside.
Man, look at the war room members, man.
And it also makes the world a genuinely better place. People are taking my lessons and me trying to teach strength and misconstruing them, saying that I'm trying to teach men to be oppressive or aggressive. That's absolutely not the case. And at the same time, they're ignoring my charitable donations to the world. And at the same time, other media creators are rewarded for purporting lies and spinning lies about me. And then at the same time, the media buys into this. And at the same time, we're in the current situation where this entire storm has appeared, where I've genuinely only been a net positive on the world for anyone who's watched my content in all of its long form. When Instagram tells me and confirms to me the number of likes on that post, I'm going to make the donation. As well as that, the future for me, now that I will be a lot more careful and a lot more selective with the social media I'll be producing, if any at all, is I'm going to be starting a foundation, the Tate Foundation, which is going to be dedicated towards charitable acts of both genders. I have been very, very private about certain elements of my personal life, as has my brother. However, my brother has a daughter. She's beautiful. She's my niece. I don't want her to grow up in a world where women are hated. I don't want her to grow up in a world where men are oppressive and hurting women. Why would I possibly want that? I want her to
Nigga, Tristan got a daughter?
Who can provide for her, who can make sure she's safe, but I don't want anything bad to ever happen to her. My own personal circumstances regarding family or something that are once again, but I can confirm to you that the last thing I would ever want is for women to be marginalized in the future, for genuine misogyny or sexism to take hold on the planet. I would completely and utterly be very unhappy with that for my own personal reasons. The Tate Foundation is going to be dedicated towards helping men's mental health and also protecting women from
Tristan got a daughter?
You're going to see
what
in the upcoming months.
I thought Andrew would be first.
That I'm not somebody who's doing this just for likes or doing this just for views. That I'm somebody who's doing this because he genuinely has the capability.
Tate, when you having kids, you old piece of shit.
And I believed I was helping people via social media. And if that's going to be taken away from me, then I will continue my philanthropy in other realms. Please, if you want to have more information, you can go to CobraTate.com, sign up to the emailing list. And my emailing list is going to start detailing all of my charitable acts from here on out. I'll be spending millions and millions of dollars on charitable acts for the rest of my human life. God has blessed me with fantastic wealth. It's more money than I will ever personally need. I already was doing my philanthropy through encouraging men. And if that's going to be destroyed, then I've decided to start the Tate Foundation and specifically help with financial aid, women, protection from violence primarily. I'm in Romania, which is very close to Ukraine, and there's a lot of problems there with violence against women and women trying to escape the country, and men's mental health issues. And this will all be detailed on my newsletter at CobraTate.com, and I encourage people to follow.
Hey, this nigga promote his shit one more time. We gonna have a problem.
I haven't really advertised or talked about. I always felt a bit embarrassed to tell people about the charity I do, because when I do charity, I think it should be from the heart, not for likes.
Yeah.
But I understand now that all of the media is saying I'm a bad guy, and I'm not even telling the world all the good I do, because I don't think that's the right thing to do. I think you should just give from the goodness of your heart, not for attention. But that's unfair for people to be saying I'm a bad person when I run a shelter for dogs in Romania because of the stray dog problem. Because
I forgot he said that in one of his little Tate Confidential shit.
An entire orphanage, because there's an orphanage problem in Romania. There'll be a plaque called the Tate Orphanage on this orphanage, and you can see here messages of thank yous from the children and the woman who's running it. I did this
Tate,
before anybody disliked me. I didn't even tell anybody.
Tate.
I just rebuilt an orphanage and didn't use it for positive PR.
It should be like that, though.
Didn't try to put it on the internet and get a good spin from it.
He shouldn't have to go to the internet for that, bro. Tate, man.
The only charitable
you gotta
act
in the comments, man.
was their Instagram post. So I find it very hypocritical when these hate mobs come and say I'm a bad person, when I'm the one who's out here spending his money and time trying to help the world. And all they're doing is telling their followers to insult me on my Instagram page. Which one of those two things has a genuinely positive effect on humanity? I'm genuinely not the bad person. However, I will state again, I do take absolute responsibility because that's who I am.
I bet a lot of Twitch streamers, a lot of YouTubers gonna react to this shit. And people still gonna have something negative to say. People still gonna have something negative to say, especially fat ass. We need to pull up fat ass again. Hold on, let's pull up fat ass. Fat ass. Look, this fat ass right here. Fat ass always got something negative to say with his old. Look at his old ass. This nigga's such a bad influence. Look, old, ugly, and just negative.
The rumors that I'm a sex trafficker and that's why I live in Romania. Firstly, that's a very, very racist attitude to have.
Yeah, we all know you're not a sex trafficker, but nobody watched the whole video.
Speak and talk about tolerance and inclusivity.
But that was so he specifically
that Romania as a country will allow.
So he's specifically talking to fat ass, cause fat ass was the one that kept calling him a sex trafficker.
Or that
and a rapist and stuff.
A place where rape is okay. That's an extremely racist mentality to have. Imagine someone saying that the other way around. That in this country, because it's run by these people, they're inherently bad. That's very unfair on Romania. Romania's been very good to me. It's a great country filled with fantastic people, amazing nature, great food. It's a great place.
It's a big ass house.
There's no other reason why I live here. They're a European Union nation. They have a strong legal system, just like every other country. And to sit here and say that, oh, Romania is where you can rape people, that's very racist. And I don't understand why nobody is pointing out the fact that anyone who's saying that
fat ass
is purporting
fat
racism.
ass. Look, that was all him. That's all him.
The second thing is, my house was raided by police.
But ain't nobody watched the full video on why his house was raided by police.
I spoke about this at length many, many times.
He about to explain it to y'all.
I was effectively swatted. I think this happens to all famous people on the internet.
It does.
The police is called. It happens especially.
It happened to Aiden. Speed.
Somebody has got a gun at this address and he's threatening to kill somebody. And the SWAT turn up and it turns out it's fake. It happened to Tim Pool repeatedly. It happened to Aiden Ross just the other day. Being swatted is unfortunately one of the things that happens when you're famous on the internet.
Whatever troll did it, you did it. You officially did it.
Well, we got swatted yesterday. It's so upsetting.
Just right after my mom arrived.
I was swatted. Someone made a call about me, which was fake. The police responded, as they should. I would hate to live in a country where the police get a call that a woman's being held kidnapped and they don't bother going to look. That's not what a country should do. Absolutely, the Romanian authorities were exceptionally professional. I have nothing but positive things to say about them. They turned up professionally, turned up and investigated as they should. And they found out that it was completely false. That nobody was kidnapped. Nobody was
they took all his computers.
I was not
paperwork,
charged.
everything in the room. Everything in the house.
I have no criminal charges in Romania, England, America, any country on the planet. I have no accusations against me for hurting them. And people are still on the internet saying, he's a human trafficker, the Romanian police are trying to get him in trouble for human trafficking. That's not true. That's not what happened. And I've said this many times, but people continue to ignore it and continue to purport the lie because that's how the internet works, right? They continue to just keep pushing the lie because it gets more clicks or because they personally don't like me and they want to use it as an excuse.
What I heard, I just pulled my thumb.
I can sit here and be vain and arrogant and say they're jealous of me and my success and they want to find a way to drag me down, but that's beside the point. The actual point is, it's not true.
Nah, Tristan got a daughter. I'm still stuck on it.
No one else was. And if I had actually hurt anybody, the Romanian police would have me in jail because they are a nation, a European Union nation, with a strong legal system, and they would lock me up.
True
They
that.
have not done that because I am completely and utterly innocent. They investigated as they should and came to the correct conclusion that there's nobody here and this was a false call, a false alarm. It happens to lots of famous people. Happens all the time. The person who made the call about me threw in, instead of saying, I kind of think, if I analyze it, the people who make these police calls, right? The people who do the swatting, it's kind of country specific. In America, they make a call to the police and they say, he has a gun, he has hostages. They can't really say that in Romania because it's very, very unlikely. It's not likely to be taken seriously. So instead, they try and find something the police might believe. Oh, he's an American guy and he has this big house and he has a bunch of women trapped. It's a different story, but it's the same intention, for the police to turn up with guns. And thankfully, thank God, nobody was shot, nobody was hurt. They were very professional, very calm, as was I. Very calm conversations, very kind. Everything was sorted out very quickly. I was taken from my house. They came into my house at 5 p.m. They did a forensic search, as they should. At 8 p.m., the search concluded. They took me from my house at 8 p.m. for paperwork at the police station, and by 9:21, I was back home. And
Them boys got
that's
shiesties on. They on demon time.
No woman's
Wow,
control.
ugly ass police officers. So let's see how our police officers, our SWAT
that's
team look. Hold on.
false.
Let's see if they got
But
shiesties.
again,
U.S.
it's taken, it's put on
SWAT
the news,
team.
it's put on the media.
Man, we better got
Imagine
some
I was a
shiesties
normal
too.
person with a normal job.
We better have shiesties.
This should be
on.
scary.
Look at our lame asses. Look at how lame we look. Look at this lameness. Look at it. We
I have hundreds of
ugly.
millions of dollars. I don't need a job. I don't need
Our
people
SWAT
to
team
like me.
so cool.
I don't need social
Look at
media.
this, bro.
I don't need any of this.
Versus the Romanian SWAT team. Look at the Romanian SWAT team.
But if you're a normal person, you lose your job. You lose your income. You can't walk the street. You can't afford security. You can't afford to move.
Niggas got
This is how people
shiesties.
normally
Look how elite
It's
these
scary.
niggas look. No dick
Okay,
suck.
it's
Look how
happened to me
elite
and I
these
can
niggas
deal
look.
with it. But it could happen to somebody else.
Bro.
And it's genuinely a
Bro,
scary
these
thought.
niggas, they
It's
drip,
absolutely
bro.
not, really not true.
Look
I
at the
have no criminal
shiesties, man.
charges. There's no charges at all against me. I have not hurt any women. No women are coming forward saying Andrew hit me. Zero. The only video of me and a woman in consensual acts, she came forward and said it was a game. There's nothing on the internet. from
Yeah,
any
it was-
woman saying
it was
that
sex
Andrew
plan.
is a bad person himself.
Obviously.
He did this to me. Not one. It's just misunderstood clips on TikTok. It's crazy to me that I have become the face of evil with misunderstood, out of context clips on TikTok with no criminal charges. There are very famous people who have much.
See, y'all gonna hate me when I'm
they have
famous.
genuine criminal charges. There's very famous people.
I'm
who
gonna
have
speak my
genuine
mind. I don't give a
accusations.
fuck.
They're still on Instagram. I have none of these things.
Right now, I
None.
give a fuck. But
I understand.
sooner or later, I'm gonna stop giving a fuck because I'm gonna have that money.
Feel
So I
responsible
don't give a fuck.
for the national consciousness and the national opinions and actions because of their large levels of influence. However, I don't think it's fair that I'm being vilified and blamed for something that isn't true or wasn't even me. I need to seriously analyze if it's possible for me to even have a social media presence for any longer without it being weaponized and used against me. I would like to think that Instagram have their finger on the pulse of the world and that they're reactive and adaptive regarding how people view certain issues and people. I'd like to think that they're very fair and unbiased.
Tate know good and well he
and
got
that
niggas in the
they
war room that
understand
knows him.
That in time, when the truth is shown about my positivity and my positive impact on the world, the Tate Foundation, all the amazing things we're going to be doing for men and women, that over time they'll understand that there's no reason for me to not be on a platform. I understand that if I'm going to continue on social media, I need to be a lot more careful with my content. Not because I'm saying bad things, but because I'm saying things that could be used against me. I want to dedicate this YouTube channel, any other remaining social medias I have, my email list, and my Instagram,
The Tate
at some
Bible.
point in the future, to the Tate Foundation and speak purely about the positivity I'm doing for the world. Because in the meantime, and at least for the next few months or years, it's going to be very difficult to talk bad about me when people only see the money I'm donating and how I'm helping people. And I don't just give money in a very lazy, charitable way. I get out in my car, I go on the ground, I help people myself.
I drove my Rolls Royce to Ukraine. I bought hundreds of coats and shoes for women and children fleeing the conflict.
But nobody sees the one.
I didn't film the refugees. I hate when people do that.
So we'll be documenting that. I think that's a good way for people to start to learn about the truth. I'm really relieved this happened. I feel good. I feel happy. I don't think I could have got everybody's attention without this. I don't think I would have had a chance to make a clean break and a clean start and explain the truth of my character and my heart without this. I think that if I was never banned, I would have keep trying to tell the truth and my haters would have kept ignoring it and kept making negative videos about me, and it would have spiraled out of control until someone in my family was hurt or an attempt was made on my life. Any of my serious fans who have watched all my content know that I've had attempts on my life before, way before YouTube. 10 or 15 years ago. It's something I intimately understand, life and death. And it's not something I wish to revisit. I feel the hate around me was being accelerated to a point of danger for myself and my loved ones. So I'm very glad this happened because I feel like I now have a chance to tell the truth. And I also feel like the social media companies are very understanding of their responsibilities and will always reflect national consciousness. And as people understand the truth about me and my heart, their opinions about me will change also. You know, the Bible is full of redemption stories. So are superhero movies, right? The guy starts off bad and then turns good. Or the guy that you think is a bad guy turns out to be a good guy with good intentions all along. He was just misunderstood. I feel like the human psyche is very intrinsically understanding of these narratives and stories.
It's kind of
I
repetitive.
think people understand a redemption arc. They can understand when they retrospectively look back on certain events or actions or words, and with their new understanding of his actual intentions, everything looks different. They look back and go, oh, now I know who he truly is. I understand what he meant by that. Now I know who he truly is. I understand why that was said. And everything changes. I truly believe that this is a chance for me to move my social media purely to my charitable acts. Even if my Instagram is reinstated, it's only going to be about the Tate Foundation. There'll be no pictures of Bugattis anymore. Sorry, gentlemen.
Damn.
And it allows me to
man.
in the physical world.
Man. Bro, I ain't gonna cap. I don't give a fuck about your Bugatti. I'm gonna give me a Bugatti, as y'all would say, Bugatti.
It's a life path change.
I ain't following him on Instagram anyways. I don't know. I don't follow celebrities on Instagram.
I really am not the type of person to take these things personally. I don't take any of these decisions personally. I'm a very logical man. I'm very good at seeing both sides of the argument. I understand the situation I'm in intimately.
You understand? You understand?
And this redemption arc, this chance to tell the world the truth about me and focus on showing the good that I have already been doing before these bans, when I didn't want likes, when I didn't want clicks, and also undoing all the negative narratives which I've allowed to spiral out of control because I trusted in people to do their own research and come to their own truthful conclusions. I realize now that this is a fantastic chance for me. It's a massive opportunity. I'm still going to tell the truth about who I am, about what I believe, about how I believe a man should act. I'm still going to tell people and inspire people to stay away from low quality people.
If you're struggling to find quality men to be friends with, maybe you're not a quality man. Every relationship in the world, including friendships, are mutual. Because if you're a quality person, you meet quality people. Male and female. That's how it goes.
Oh, I ain't see that podcast. Hold on, what's the name of that? The Rational Male.
Mutual. Because if you're a quality person, you meet quality people.
I said we're gonna react to that too.
That's how it goes.
The Rational Male.
I never would only talk negatively about women. I talked negatively about men all the time. I told people, don't have friends who just smoke drugs and play video games. You need friends who are going to inspire you to push yourself to be the best.
That's facts. I don't have that many friends.
I'm a massive
I ain't got friends at all, really.
The worst experiences in my life revolved around other people either taking or selling drugs and trying to hurt me because of it. I've never taken drugs in my life. I've never even tried cocaine, never tried a single smoke of weed in my life ever. I'm massively anti-drugs. But when I do videos saying to men, avoid men who take drugs, avoid men who are disloyal, nobody comments on it. But if I say avoid having a girlfriend who takes drugs, avoid having a girlfriend who's disloyal, people call me a misogynist. It's not about gender. I'm just trying to teach people to stay away from low-quality, toxic people and just try and elevate themselves and create their reality.
They missing an overall message. I'm hungry as shit.
People, male or female. There's no gender associated. It's only the fact that the media, these people chopping my videos up, whoever they are, taking it out of context and only focusing on the times women were mentioned, which is a very small percentage, 2 or 3% of my overall content. And ignoring all the time I said the exact same thing about men or the times I loved women and purporting this view. And I feel like this ban is the hard reset I needed to tell the truth. So for that, I'm thankful. I'm very, very thankful for that. What's next for Top G? Well,
what's next, Mouse? My nigga Mouse.
I have built my dream life. I have everything I've ever wanted. I've done that with the tenets that I've been teaching the people who follow me.
Type shit.
I've been teaching you the mental fortitude you need to truly have your dream life. I was talking to Aiden Ross on his stream, and he said, have you completed the game? And I guess in a way I have.
And do you feel like you've beaten the game?
No, I've hacked the Matrix and completely beaten the games. I have everything I've ever wanted.
I don't need anything else. All that's left
I just started playing the game.
is have a positive impact on the world. I don't think anybody truly wants to go down as a villain.
I'm getting that, oh, y'all. Okay.
I don't. I wasn't raised that way.
Oh my God.
I was raised to stick up for myself, to be strong, to be commanding, but I was raised to do the right thing.
Type shit.
And that's why, as I stated, I have no criminal record. I stay away from drugs. There's a lot of people on social medias with large criminal records who advocate drug use. I think that's far more dangerous for society than me. And once again, they have absolute exposure to the world.
What's next for Top J?
I want to run the Tate Foundation, and I would love to do it without any social media. I will be detailing on my email list all of my charitable donations, all of the orphanages I'll be building, pictures.
That's sad though that he can't even put out his positive because people still gonna try to find it as something that, bro. I swear people find a negative in every single thing, bro. They literally be ignoring the positive that this man do, but they hear the. I ain't gonna cap. I agree with everything he said. Everything he say is facts. Like just like the podcasts that I be watching, and bro, everything that come out of his mouth is facts.
Not a single snippet of my words can ever be used against me, and even though I consider myself a wordsmith.
Hey, I want some McDonald's. I want a sausage McGriddle. It's 10:40 in the morning. I'm gonna get these videos off for y'all. Then I'm gonna get me sausage McGriddle. I'm gonna go to Walmart.
Any remaining social media channels will be dedicated towards charity. If I start a new Instagram, it's only going to be dedicated towards the charitable side of the Tate Foundation. I hold no ill will against any social media platforms. I hold no ill will against.
By no ill will, he mean he don't give a fuck, basically. But this is just him saying it in a nice way, bro. But if this is like unbanned Tate, I don't give a fuck, really. I don't care. Yeah, that's.
The people who hate me or who have
He's
tried
been more
to spread
genuine.
lies about me. I truly pray for you all. I think that to be a person filled with so much.
Hey, y'all let me know in the comments who y'all like more, this Tate or y'all like the y'all like genuine Tate or y'all like the over exaggerated Tate.
Family members. I think that is a horrible way to live. I would never want to experience that level of hate in my heart. The people who are making endless videos celebrating my ban or talking hate about me.
Fat ass.
That hate
I don't want fat ass.
Satisfy you.
What fat ass
You need
one?
to learn to let go.
Oh, fat ass. I don't
Live
know.
with a heart filled with love. You need to be content with.
Oh, this is a video right here. Make sure I go watch my video. No
Obsessed
cap.
with trying to hate on another person. The poison's inside of you. It's not inside of me. It doesn't affect.
I go watch my reaction to
as much as it affects you. You can't feel
Andrew
hatred for
Tate
somebody without
girlfriend.
in your mood. So this is something for you guys to address, and I genuinely pray for you. I have no.
I should have tweaked the title a little bit.
I have no ill will against any social media companies. I have no ill will against anybody. To follow me and keep up with me, please sign up to the newsletter on CobraTate.com.
Yeah, this nigga
Anybody
here,
who would
girl.
like to send me a message of support, I've already had hundreds of thousands already. Thank you guys so much. It's very reassuring to me in times like this to hear from all of you, letting me know that.
Oh, this not the real Andrew Tate, man. Give me my sub back, nigga.
I'm the reason
Give
you're
me my sub back.
I inspired you to send your son to the gym. I love hearing these things. And you can send me an email.
Yeah, I go watch my video. No cap, I made a message to Andrew Tate, bro.
Email address below, tate@cobratate.com.
Go watch it. It's on my
Please send
main.
it to me. I really
Right here.
love hearing
Go to the description. This link gonna be right here. It's called main channel. It's on that one.
That's been purported. My social media presence is something that, if it remains, will be curated in a way that it's nearly impossible to be seen as a negative for the world. I'm a force for positivity and I'm a force for truth. This is the truth of my nature and the truth of my name. Anybody who wants comment or to reach out to me, you can find ways to do that. Any media organizations who would like to speak to me, you can do that through, there's various PR companies who want to represent me. There'll be ways of contacting me. But I just want the world to know in my final statement that if you're a supporter of mine, and I know most of you are, Please explain the truth in a respectful manner. Telling these hate-filled people that they're wrong and calling them names won't help. These people are not happy people.
Oh, you talking about fat ass? Or you saying not to call fat ass no names? You talking about fat ass? The old ass man with this nigga ugly as shit. He like a little frog, a little toad.
Tell them the truth.
Oh, he just a bad of you, Andrew.
Show them the long format content.
Man, why you doing mouse
Say
like
all the
that?
ways I've helped you.
Nigga said you got an egghead mouse. What you gonna do?
By being a genuinely professional,
That nigga mouse don't care.
positive person.
W mouse,
You guys
man.
can change public consciousness for me. And time is a beautiful thing. It's amazing how things change with time. And in the meantime,
fuck time.
I'm going to enjoy
I'm ready to
my
get rich.
fantastic life,
Fuck
which
time.
I've managed to build with all of the tenacity and mental strength that I try and teach my fans. You know how to reach me. And I'll finish with a quote from my late father. My unmatched perspicacity, coupled with sheer indefatigability, makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor.
Nigga, why be better, nigga? Shut up.
Are you trying to keep up being like as
Why be
viral as
better
you
than
are
that?
forever? Or not forever, but like for...
This is stage one of a 3-step plan. So I'm going to be viral for a little bit longer, then step 2 begins. The conquest is continuing.
So this is just the beginning.
Man,
Because like a lot of people are saying like you're gonna fall off soon. This is just your 15 minutes.
No problem.
Tate is a dangerous man.
Fine.
Are you ready for stage 2? This nigga scaring me, bro. This shit creepy. The Matrix. Talk to me. If y'all never seen The Matrix, that's the background. W Matrix. We only have just begun. Damn, this nigga a demon, man. Hey, make sure y'all like and comment for my nigga Mouse, man. Free my nigga Mouse. You know. Shout out my nigga fat ass. Nah, I'm just, alright. Hey, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Shout out Andrew Tate. Hey, make sure y'all go watch the message to him. I know I said that about 3 times, bro. That man has really changed my life around, bro. And I don't mean that in a... It's sad that I gotta say this. Like, I don't mean that in a dick-sucking way, bro. But it's honestly facts, bro. But y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all got reaction suggestions. Stop being scared to hit me up on my social. If you could comment on this video, Snag, can you react to this? Comment on this video right now, Snag, can you react to this? Even if it's your video and you want me to react to your video, let me know, bro. If you want me to react to your video, be like, Snag, can you react to my video? Nigga, just ask. I like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, no cap.